Coventry, where today we'll be playing Northampton in the FA Cup second round and then Morecambe in Sky Bet League 2. Yes, it's another cup game that we're recording today, but this is an important one. It's the FA Cup second round. We win this, it's the third round, and hopefully a chance at a big Premier League side, a little bit of cash moving towards the January transfer window, which we'll probably be live for next. Morecambe, after that, are 15th and should be quite an easy win, but as you can see, our form since we last were together for the Luton and Bradford games haven't been great. We beat Mansfield and beat Lincoln, lost a checker trade game to Shrewsbury in between those two, and drew to Stevenage and Crawley. We are top of the league, as you'll see, by 3 points over Luton Town, but that gap has started to slowly get reeled in by Luton, and we need a good result next week against Morecambe to ensure that we keep that gap at least at 3 points. But today it's all about the cup, and Northampton Town will be back with the team in just a second. So here is today's starting 11 for the game against Northampton Town. It's Lee Burge in goal as usual, Ryan Haynes, Dominic Hyam, Jordan Willis, Jack Grimmer at the back four. Michael Doyle gets back into our team, and you'll see why in a second. Tom Bayliss partners him in midfield. Reece Nelson and Vincenti are the wide midfielders, with Max Biamu and Mark McNulty up top. On the bench, Liam O'Brien, Tom Davis, Josh Barrett, Johnson Clark Harris, Dion Kelly Evans, Tony Andreu and Jordan Maguire Drew. As you can see, we have a little bit of an injury crisis going on at the moment. Liam Kelly and Jordan Shipley, both of our centre midfielders, are out injured, and our best wide player, in my opinion, Jody Jones, is also out injured. We did ship Jordan Ponticelli out on loan to York as well, where he hasn't actually played yet. Northampton then going with a 4-4-1-1. Dean Bowditch being one of their danger men, former Milton Keynes Dons player. I don't really know much about the rest of this side, to be honest with you. They have Aaron Phillips, who's a former Coventry player, on the bench. And that's about all I know about the Northampton side today. But they are doing well in League 1. They're 4th, I think. So they're not going to be an easy side to be playing against. Let's get to that dressing room. Let's get these meetings out of the way. Right, team talk. Let's say nice and passionately. This is second round time. Let's give a good performance despite the odds. Come on. They're kind of happy, I suppose. They're not unhappy. That's the main thing. Here we go. We kick off against Northampton in what is a big game for both of these sides. FA Cup third round at stake. We need to really, I know it's not something that you can expect from a lot of League 2 teams, but we need to get through. We need a big payday, really. And there's Northampton attack here. Long skips away from our midfielders like they're not there, and well, that's a good start. That's a great counter attack from Northampton. I'm not too interested in sitting there and watching Northampton Town's goal, to be honest. I'm a little bit disappointed at the moment. We haven't started well. We're going to demand more. They've had 8 shots in the opening 20 minutes of this game and have dominated us in everything. And I see other teams winning. It's a little bit disappointing that we can't do the same and pull something back. That's a poor goal kick by Ingram, and here's McNulty, and he finds Biamu. Reece Nelson, well saved by Ingram, and that was a chance That's a good chance as well. We're not out of this game. As long as it stays 1-0, we're still very much in a game and we can come out at half-time and get a word in a few of these players' ears and hopefully come out in the second half with something a little bit better, because one highlight for them as well. It's been a bit of a boring first half, to be honest with you. We're going to say... I expect to see a much better... Yeah, they love that. They're fired up. I don't think it was awful against the side of division above. Almost 24 places between us. But I think around 20 places between the two sides at the moment. Vincenti whips it straight in. Biamu scores. We've equalised. And we're going to rock down to Maxime Biamu. He's going to take us higher. That's a good goal from Max Biamu. This is good football, actually. Vincenti found a little bit of space straight after half-time as well. Biamu heads it into that far corner. No chance for the Northampton Town keeper. And we're back in it at 1-1. We'll take a replay. We'll go back to the Rico. I think we'd be favourites at the Rico Arena. It sounds strange. Been a division below, but at home I would say we'd be the favourites to go through. Mark McNulty's not playing very well at all. He's been off form the last few weeks, and that's been a bit disappointing. He's stopped scoring. His goals have dried up, whereas Biamu has scored and Clark Harris has scored when they've been in the side, but they both can't really fit into the team at the same time, which is a bit frustrating. Reece Nelson's going to need to come off here in a second. They make a couple of subs. We're going to try Maguire-Drew, and we're going to bring on Clark Harris up top with Biamu. Two sort of almost target men. It doesn't usually work for us, but we'll see what happens with 8 to play. Biamu, Haynes, Clark Harris. He's hit the post. Oh, that would have been brilliant. 4 minutes to play. We're really getting to the end of this game now. We're doing Josh Barrett on for Michael Doyle, who is on a yellow shock again. Oh no. Okay, it's all over. We'll be going back to the Rico to play against Northampton Town, but we will have a third round draw to bring to you in just a second. Okay, it's the FA Cup third round draw. We'll see if we get drawn out early again, or we will have to wait a while. That'd be a nice one. Oh, Scunthorpe have got a payday. That's all I'm looking for. We're not even in the next round yet, but I'm looking for that payday, to be honest. A reason to put a good team out to get through. If it's a top championship side, I'm not really too interested in putting a top side out. If it's sort of like a Birmingham or a Bristol City or a Villa. I mean, a Villa would be a rival, so quite likely, but sort of small Barnsley, Millwall, those sort of sides, I'd be a little bit less inclined to put out a big team. Fulham would be another one. No. Any of those sort of sides. United would be lovely. No. Derby County. Villa would be nice. Rivalry. No. Any Premier League side will really push, but and then a League 1, League 2 side will obviously push. But a top championship team, we're not really looking putting a good side out as Chelsea face Manchester City. What a tie that will be. West Ham get Leeds. The MK Dons, wouldn't mind that. Forest Green. We're going a long way into this draw now. Leicester are still around. Liverpool are still around. Liverpool are now gone. Preston play Blackpool. Barnsley, this is another one that I just wouldn't want. Maidstone or Morecambe would be nice now. Give us a chance to get through to the next round. And they are still there. Sunderland, didn't get them. Eastleigh would be nice as well. Ipswich, West Brom, Stoke. Played them in real life in the third round. Crystal Palace, Birmingham, Nottingham Forest. We're still here. Leicester, this would be lovely. Easily, that's a good tie for Leicester. Northampton or Coventry will play. Rotherham. Okay, we'll let the rest of the draw play out. There's not much we could get. I mean, it could have been Everton and Norwich get Maidstone or Morecambe. So if we do manage to get through, we will play Rotherham. Rotherham are currently 7th in League One. Northampton are currently 3rd in League One, so not a huge difference between the two sides there. We'll be back in a few minutes for Morecambe away. Right, so we're virtually unchanged for our trip to Morecambe. Well, we are unchanged on the pitch. Off the pitch, we've replaced Dion Kelly-Evans for Carl Baker to give us a little bit more out wide into the second half of this game. Everyone else keeps their place, even Michael Doyle, who is knackered. We are actually going to... No, we're not going to change that. We're going to keep that exactly the same. That is our starting 11. Injury is still a problem. We need a centre mid in January. Morecambe go with a 4-2-3-1 formation today. No players I've really heard of. They're not doing very well in the league. Mark McNulty needs to pick up his form. This is a game we should comfortably win. We're not even going to give a bigger team talk. We're going to give it to the assistant manager, and we're going to get out there and we're going to win this game straight away. We're just going to win this game. And Biamu starts by shoving their centre half. They've got a few players that are really not fully fit, which is fine. That should help us out as well. Let's just start crunching players. Grimmer well brought down. Lee Burge, that's poor really. And Jack Grimmer will pick it up again and do brilliantly again. Probably one of our most underrated players, a very, very good player. McNulty's in behind. Can he get his form back? He's off the post. He needs to score. He hasn't scored in a few weeks now, Mark McNulty. Is in danger of, if I find someone cheap in January potentially, of losing his place. We're probably going to see one or two leave the club in January. I'm not going to say who yet, because I'm not 100% decided on who those couple of players will be, but I feel we need to lose a couple to bring a couple in. I like to, if I can, apart from obviously Clark Harris, who we have the option to buy, and Reece Nelson, who's just a very good young player, I like to own all the players. I don't really like to have many loan players in, unless you really have to. Vincenti brings it down across goal. McNulty, it's like he knew. He knew that I was getting a little, just a tiny bit frustrated with him in the last few weeks. He knew that, and today is the day he sort of just turns it on and decides that he's going to go and play. Vincenti across goal. McNulty, is that a back heel? That's an unbelievable finish from Mark McNulty. My laptop is now making a horrific noise, so if you can hear that, then I do apologise. There's nothing I can currently do about that. That will change hopefully in the next few weeks. But here's McNulty moving in on goal again, and Barry Roach with a decent stop. We're currently 5 points clear, which I've just seen, at the top of this division, which is nice. Biamu fires wide. Yeah, we're 5 points clear at the top, and Colchester have been 4th on 38 points, 12 points clear of them. So slowly, 21 games in, not quite halfway through this season, we are looking quite comfortable. Max Biamu is actually in a little bit of trouble, I've just seen. We've got two players actually struggling slightly, which we might bring Willis over to right back for the second half and bring Davis on at centre back, and Biamu and Clark Harris will also swap. That seems like the right thing to do. Anyone with a knock, we don't have a big squad of players. Already 3 injuries on our squad. We don't need to lose anyone else. That's a wonderful ball. Clark Harris is in, round the goalkeeper off the post. Barry Roach. That's an unbelievable stop. That's a very, very good stop. Vincenti. I thought that was a goal kick for a second, and I was going to go mental. That was awful. Not a great corner, and a chance maybe for Morecambe. Well, no, because I don't know what they were trying there. The Morecambe forward. Morecambe struggling a little bit. Whipped in, well away. Willis, McNulty, Clark Harris is in again. Can he finish this time? Roach with another unbelievably good stop. 1-on-1 with Clark Harris. There's another brilliant save. Clark Harris commits a foul. Michael Doyle is on a yellow card again, and it frustrates me because every time I need to sort of then think about bringing him off, which takes away from another sub that I could make, and it's very frustrating. And there's a free kick here, and Doyle is being sent off again. Well, mate, that's the last time Michael Doyle will play for this football team, I think. I have had enough. Ryan Haynes is coming off for Josh Barrett. We're going to put Barrett on in centre midfield, and we're going to move Jordan Willis back in at centre back, and we're going to go 3 at the back for the final sort of half an hour-ish of this game. We're going to lose all our defence basically because Michael Doyle is an idiot, and I really, if I don't have to play him again this year, I won't. He's 35, 36 years old. If we can find another centre midfielder, he's a good leader. That's the only thing he has got. Football into the back post. McNulty picks it up, back across. Clark Harris, Barrett, Clark Harris. Oh my goodness! What? I didn't even see that we'd had no one back. Oh my goodness gracious me! What was that? We literally didn't have a defender. We did not have a single defender back. We are 6 points clear at the top now. I think Luton are obviously losing. But geez, that was really, really close. We can afford to draw this game now because of that. But I'd rather, if we can sneak a win out of this one, that would be most preferred. And Reece Nelson wins it back, finds McNulty. He goes over the top to Clark Harris again, and this is the third time he's been upended. Balls end up in the back of the net anyway. Butcher's in big trouble. That has to be a red card. He's in on goal. He's about to shoot. Hurry up, referee. Brandish that card. I know it's 92 minutes in, but wow. Wow. McNulty, second of the game, scores all over. Coventry win it. 19th goal of the season for Mark McNulty. That's what we like. It's an average penalty, and the fans behind. We would have sold more than that in real life. We would have filled up Morecambe's away end, no doubt about it. It's all over at the Globe Arena. We deserve our win. We dominated the game, sort of. Michael Doyle is an absolute walnut. But that's another win. We're now 6 points clear. We'll have a look at the form and the league table in just a second. Right, as you can see, we are now 8 games unbeaten. That rolls all the way back to October the 18th, where we beat Forest Green. Only one draw in the league, 2 draws in there, Crawley and Stevenage. Form has been brilliant, really. We are now top of the league by 6 points from Luton and Mansfield, 12 points clear of Colchester. Our next live comms will probably be in the January, somewhere in the January transfer window. We're going to play through a few games. We'll play this Northampton game in the Cup, and if we get through, then it might be another Cup game. It depends. But if not, somewhere in around